Hello everyone, welcome. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Welcome to another episode of Track Speed. That's right. We are waiting right now for Skidoo to start their live video. It is release season again, so hopefully we're gonna see some cool things. I'm not expecting a whole lot for the mountain segment, that we already don't know. This is traditionally a mountain sled channel, so we'll be mainly looking at the summits and maybe a couple of the other units, but we're mainly interested in the summits in this channel. As far as predictions go, I don't expect a whole lot in that category. I think there's going to be upgrades to like little things, modules, GPSs, stuff like that. I don't expect to see a whole lot in the mountain segment for new stuff. They just came out with that turbo. They definitely want to get at least one more year of it in this chassis because they already have the fit and finish, and they only have a year and a half into it being mounted on this chassis. I'd love to see a new chassis, but I don't think it's going to happen this year. Polaris, on the other hand, you wait for that video, because I think Polaris is going to come out with a new chassis this year. Or they're due for one anyway. You guys all know the tradition. What are we drinking today for cheap beer? We're drinking Bud Light. It's one of those beers, like, if you're trying to like beer, it's a good beer to get into, because it kind of tastes like water. So, open your cheap beer. We are 1 minute away from the video being live. I did want to do this video live, or I thought about it anyway, but I decided against it, and the reason for that is that I want everybody to go watch that video, and then you come here, and then we'll talk about things. By the way, I'm using a different camera setup this time. We're using dad cam, and it's because I don't know where the charger went for my my XD cam. I'm missing the charger for some reason, so this is like a really quick ragtag setup. Oh, I don't have any recording software on here. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go start the recording software on my other PC, because this one doesn't have any of it. Yep, totally unprepared. My big gaming PC wasn't even turned on. Oh, here we are.
What a better way to kick off all the news about Skidoo 2022. Seems we're in for some deep snow, so let's start with our Summit lineup.
Yes! We're starting with the Summit.
Since its launch 2 years ago, the Summit X with Expert Package has been kind of a lab for Skidoo to push the envelope and try new things, especially with the feedback of our ambassadors. We wanted to see if we could make the Summit X an even more technical performer, so we pushed the limits once again this year. Available for spring only, the Model Year 22 Expert Package continues to drive deep snow riding to the next level with a completely new front end, re-engineered with shorter A-arms.
Nice. Shorter A-arms? That's
narrow,
good.
34-inch ski stance. Yes, you heard me right, 34-inch wide. With this new configuration, the Summit X with Expert Package is even more agile, as it takes less effort to bring it to its balance point. While we expected that from a narrower ski stance, the verdict from our experts is unanimous. It's even more precise and predictable on technical terrain.
I hope they put better shocks in that.
To appreciate it. So get in the trees or get out there side hilling. This will take you places you never thought possible. And that's not the only new package we have for you. The Summit Edge is our new premium in-season package with some great technical features that offer a higher
better put that
performance
34-inch
to our Summit SP model. Imagine a short tunnel, a shot starter system, standard, a lightweight compact seat, a side panel wrap for premium look and added protection, and some really nice color choice.
See, I like this. They're starting to minimize the graphics, which I like, because I like a nice clean look on a sled.
Awesome updated features, and of course, a great standout look.
It does look cool.
Now, while we're still playing in the drifts, I want to talk about our LYNX accessory system, the #1 attachment system in the snowmobile market, providing you with lots of versatility and options to carry items on your sled's tunnel, such as cargo bags.
These LYNX adapters, this is what we use.
Even a snowboard or skis. But what's really exciting this year is that the LYNX base plates will come standard, mounted on the back of every Model Year 22 Skidoo sled, making it even easier to use the LYNX accessories. There are a few, I think, you're going to be really excited about, like our new universal rack, specialized Trail Pro bag, new ski and snowboard rack,
so they're adding in a
and
bunch
our
of
new
accessories,
LYNX lock system to lock and secure all your LYNX accessories.
but
Plus, tons more. So
that's
be
kind of all
sure
I
to check
expected.
them out. Now, for our next piece of news, let's switch over to the trails.
That's it? Okay, well, let's watch the trails since
PHAZER front suspension and Pilot
since
X
we don't really have a
No
whole lot
question.
new for the mountain
That's what
stuff,
Ski-Doo
which
way out
isn't
front
the
in
huge
terms of the
surprise
best
for me,
setup
so
for
we'll
the
watch
trails.
some mountain stuff.
So
Or
you
some
guessed
trail
it.
stuff.
For model year 22, we took it right across the board. Almost all our trail sleds will feature the new suspensions and skis. Now everyone can enjoy the ultimate in comfort and bump absorption with the longer travel and lighter weight R-Motion X, as well as the best handling with the wider and more capable RazX front end. And last but not least, also enjoy the sharpest cornering with a more progressive weight
Let's leave him
transfer,
a comment.
keeping the Pilot X skis in
Frickin'
contact with the
cool.
snow when accelerating out of a corner. So, when you have the best suspension geometry possible, how do you take it further? Well, at Ski-Doo, we like setting milestones, and this year is no exception. Introducing Smart Shocks.
Oh,
the
here we go.
first
Here's
semi-active
the
suspension in the industry.
here's the
Smart
suspension
Shocks is an
upgrade.
innovative technology that works by adjusting the
I keep putting my
compression and
beer
the
down on the
rebound
table, sorry.
of each shock independently, automatically, and in real time. 5 sensors measure the suspension position, velocity, and steering position. And each of these sensors takes a reading every millisecond and transmits it to the onboard computer,
Sleds
which then sends
are
precise
getting
instructions back
freaking
to each
fancy.
shock independently. The Smart Shock system actually measures,
still doing it. I keep putting my
computes,
beer
and
down on the
adjusts
table.
valving up to 50 times per second. That's unheard of. This super fast, continuous
Didn't
process
Cat
of
already do
read,
that, though?
analyze, instruct
I don't know if it's
makes
quite
the
as
whole
fancy
system
as this.
lightning
This seems
quick to react
like
to the terrain and to
quite a
the
bit more
vehicle's
fancy
behavior,
than
delivering
what
the best
Cat's
performance
system
and
is.
handling ever seen on a snowmobile.
It's Cat has the
So,
eye act.
that's all
But I
cool
think that's just
technology,
adjustment. I
but
don't think it's automatic
how does
stuff
it
like
work?
this.
And how does it feel? Well, in the bumps, the system automatically and instantly stiffens the shocks or softens them depending on the size of the bump. If you're in a jump, Smart Shock senses that the suspension is in full extension in the air and sends a signal to the shocks to stiffen them in preparation for landing.
This is too fancy.
In the corners,
This is so fancy.
it reads the steering position and stiffens the outside shock to keep the sled from rolling and lifting the inside ski. So you get the best of all worlds.
That's too fancy.
Extreme
How-
bump capacity.
how am I supposed to work on
and
these?
Superior comfort.
Like, I don't know.
plus
There's a
improved
sensor in the
cornering.
shock somewhere.
And it's rider customizable with 3 different modes: Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus.
Oh, cool. So
For model year
it's like the
22,
button on
Smart
the center
Shocks will be
console of your
available
car
as an
or your
option
SUV. It's like
on
the
NXZ and
extra
Renegade
power button.
XRS. Well, I can never go too long
frickin' air
without
ride. You can
talking
make it a
about
low
one of the
rider.
most fun topics in power sport, and that's power. Now, you might be familiar with our 150 horsepower 900 Ace turbo 4-stroke engine.
Oh, here we
Really
go.
great
All you guys
power.
who won't shut up about
But
the
you
Ace,
know us.
it's
It was
coming.
only a matter of time until the Rotax engineers pushed the horsepower even further.
And it has more power.
Meet the new 900 Ace Turbo R, now delivering 180 horsepower. This is the most powerful Rotax snowmobile engine ever put into production.
Okay, cool. Let's skip ahead a little bit here because for some reason I missed it by like 5 minutes. I don't know how that happened. Let's hear what's next.
Now, speaking of a powerful lineup, wait till you hear
It's
what's
going to be
next.
more suspension.
So far, we've introduced the most
gonna be a
sophisticated
new engine.
suspension technology ever, and the most powerful Rotax
It's not going to be a
snowmobile engine.
freaking Summit though, is it?
So now, how about a whole new
Chassis.
sled that brings it all together?
Oh, it's going to be the MACH.
Though I can't really call it new, more like the return of a legend, only better. So, which Ski-Doo model can only exist when suspension and motor technologies put it at the top of the food chain. Yes,
Mach.
it's back. And yes, it's back in
we
black.
go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the epic
the
zoom
one and
in.
only Mach Z.
There it is!
From the very first time it shot across frozen lakes back in 1989, the Mach model series was always crafted for pure performance. And when you last saw the Mach Z in 2007, it had a 165 horsepower engine. For 2022, our engineers made sure the Mach Z is coming back as the fastest, most powerful production Ski-Doo ever. Powered by the new Rotax 900 Turbo R engine, putting out a true 180 horsepower at the crank. The Mach Z features specific clutching and gearing calibration, all designed to deliver on the promise of legendary speed and acceleration. The Mach Z even looks fast, standing still. But our engineers felt that no rocket is complete without a launch mode. For the
Launch
quickest
mode?
full shot, it's all about power buildup and instant traction. So imagine,
Is that like a button?
get to the starting line. Press the sport button for 3
Yes!
seconds to initiate launch mode. Hold the brake and open the throttle wide
see it.
open. You hear the sound of thunder as the ignition cuts to hold the RPMs down. The clutch flirts with the 3200 RPM engagement specific to the Mach Z.
3200,
The
wow.
turbocharger spools up and builds about 9 psi of boost in the intake plenum. You like that, huh? And then release the brake and hang on. As the Smart
So you-
Shocks
you
allow
don't
for
have to do
just the
anything.
perfect
The sh-
amount of squat. The studs claw through the
It's
icy surface
cool, but it's like-
for the
it's
quickest
so
acceleration
much.
on a production sled. 0 to 60 miles per hour in 2.4 seconds.
0 to 60 in 2.4. I wonder if a Taiga could go faster than that. I bet it could.
Anyone else has goosebumps right now?
Oh,
And speaking of
I have goosebumps.
The return of the
I am
special
bumped with
edition
gooses.
Mach Z is spring only and for 1 year only. So don't wait too long, or you might have to wait another 15 years before
They're
it's
doing
back.
the Mach for 1 year, spring order only. I love that. I've never complained about spring orders before, and the fact that you can only get a sled you want. There's more big news. Hold on.
But it would have to
Hold
be
that thought.
pretty
We'll
big
talk about
news
it
to
after.
top what you just told us.
Well,
Talk what you
I
just
think
told
it
us.
might just be. So I'll leave you to it.
Thank you, Bernard.
All right, Sandy. What do you got for us, bud?
We're really excited to share this announcement with you.
I'm excited too.
And it's probably the biggest news to hit the North American snowmobile world in the last couple of decades. In fact, it's so huge that I'm going to invite our CEO, José Boisjoli, to join me on stage to talk about it.
Thank you, Sandy. You
That's
know
not the
that
same
I am
guy?
a snowmobiler. And through my career, I had the chance to snowmobile
I know you're a
in many
snowmobiler.
regions around the world.
I know where you live too.
The riding experience can be very different depending on the cold temperatures, the condition of the snow,
It's gonna be
the
like a new
altitude,
Tundra.
and the trail condition. I have always wanted to expand our snowmobile option here in North America to give riders the opportunity to enjoy a different riding experience. There is one brand that can deliver that. That is the perfect complement to our Ski-Doo brand. And for the past decade, I have
LYNX?
dreamed of bringing it to the North American
It's a
market.
LYNX. LYNX are
Today,
coming.
I
I want a
proud to
LYNX.
say that my dream is now a reality. I am pleased to
I'm excited
introduce
about
for
this.
the first time in North America,
Oh, here comes
directly
Hit the
from
base.
Finland, the LYNX brand of snowmobile.
LYNX are here. Sweet. I've actually been waiting for this. Take those covers on. Sweet. Same sleds. They're not the same. They're a little different, but they're very similar. I'm gonna get ripped on for saying that.
For some of you, these sleds need no introduction. With their long history of racing
I want
success,
a freaking
Snowmobile
LYNX.
Insider have always wanted to try a LYNX but they were only available in Europe. For everyone else, you should know that LYNX
I'm turning on the heat in
a
here.
new brand.
It is still
The first
pretty
LYNX
cold outside.
snowmobile prototype was
guys can just deal
developed
with
in
the sound.
Finland way back
should
in
be okay. It shouldn't make too much
1967. LYNX has a long history of success. My first visit to our LYNX factory in Rovaniemi in Finland was in January 1990, where I discovered a new riding experience.
Where's my lighter?
In the north of Scandinavia, in January, it's dark 24 hours a day.
Like a million of them.
You ride in complete darkness. The trails are marked but not groomed. The temperature can be very cold at minus 30 Celsius. The snow is very light, and this creates a very harsh riding condition. The scenery is beautiful, but after a full day of riding, you're completely exhausted. In those difficult conditions, you naturally ride more standing up. And many of you will remember the famous Finnish snowmobile racer, Tony Haikkonen, known in North America as the Flying Finn, who was always racing standing up and who changed the way we race in North America. LYNX snowmobiles are developed for those harsh Scandinavian conditions.
That's
For
right.
trail
We're old-fashioned
and off-trail
here.
riding.
What did I miss? Anything
They
stupid?
are built tough. Today, LYNX is the #1 selling brand in Europe and is also very popular in Russia. And I'm convinced will appeal to many customers here in North America.
So what does this mean for you? It means your favorite Ski-Doo dealer will now offer the exciting opportunity to try a totally new snowmobile brand with the legendary Rotax engine. There hasn't been a new snowmobile brand introduced in North America in decades. Customers discover a whole new kind of snowmobile. Not with a Ski-Doo sub-brand, but with a standalone brand imported directly from Finland.
Oh, we're going to Finland. Everybody, chain up your caribou. Okay, if it's not a
Thank you,
sub-brand,
Jose.
don't put
Hello,
BRP
everyone.
on it. I'm
Greetings
not
from
trying to rip on
Rovaniemi,
you guys.
Finland.
I'm just saying.
I'm really excited to be here with you today to tell you about
Just say it's
LYNX snowmobiles.
Just say it's a sub-brand.
New to some of you
It's
maybe,
fine.
but we've been riding the hell out of them over here for a half century already. These machines are purpose-built for our Nordic conditions. Let's take a closer look at the models we have selected to be the first representation of LYNX in North America. First, the Rave
Okay,
RE.
that's cool. We're gonna stop it there. We're gonna check out their site now. We're gonna go right to Skidoo, and we're gonna check it out. What's going on there? If you want to see the rest of the video, you can watch it on your own time. It's on Skidoo's Facebook, and it's freaking everywhere. I assume they would have their site updated by now. All right. Okay, so right away, they really downsized, unless they're coming out with more models later on in the mountain segment. They really downsized their mountain segment in availability, which is actually okay with me, because, and it's not just Skidoo that's guilty of this, it's just that sometimes there's so many models, and like the difference between them is like, it's almost nothing. In a lot of cases, whether it's just like different shocks, a different suspension package, and then they call it something completely different. It's like just I don't get it, but I'm glad they went back to this this nomenclature, because I'll tell you right now, whoever's at Arctic Cat and they decide that they get to name snowmobiles, whoever that is should get fired. So what we're gonna do now is, if we were to buy one, let's build one. Let's see what we would build. Okay, well, their site is being so slow that I can't even navigate around it right now, and it's because everybody and their dog is freaking building their own sled right now, looking at the spec. They're doing exactly what I'm doing, so once everyone has gotten past that, go on here, have a look around. Yeah, it's exactly what we expected. It's nothing that we didn't expect to see out of Skidoo. The MACH thing is a little weird. The LYNX thing is cool. I like that. Oh my god, what is the freaking holdup here? Not plugged in. am a freaking mess today. I'm lucky to be alive. You know what? I just realized I could not wear pants behind this desk and you guys would never know. I know there was a little bit of speculation on Skidoo coming out with not a monorail, but a narrow dual rail system, and I think the speculation also went over to Polaris about that a little bit. Usually we build a sled so we can see what we would build, but they are experiencing technical difficulties right now, so we cannot do that. The, I guess, fall edition comes in some cool colors. Ooh, that Summit Edge. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's where all the sub models are. So there are a few that are spring order only in here, so they hide them a little bit. But this Summit looks, I like that. I like this blue here. I wonder if that one comes with 34-inch stance. Once everyone has gotten past that, go on here, have a look around. Yeah, it's exactly what we expected. It's nothing that we didn't expect to see out of Skidoo. The MACH thing is a little weird. The LYNX thing is cool. I like that. But yeah, since we can't do anything else, that's it for this video. Thanks everybody for watching today's video. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. You can go watch the live stream yourself. There's a copy of it online. Nothing. It's not like it was last year. You guys remember last year's? What is this? Okay, for anyone who has never ridden a mountain sled before, this is exactly what it's like. Thanks everybody for watching today's video. If you like today's video, please subscribe to the channel, and we'll see everybody in the next one real soon. Yeah, we're doing Tri-Hub stuff next. Nothing but fun. I'll see everybody real soon. Bye.